crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth, and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
So you all wanted a new TikTok about how I use my new pronouns, which are B. So here we go.
That's legitimate insanity.
Instead of saying that's their coat, you would say that is B's coat.
This is just nonsensical shit.
They love themselves. You would say B loves B's self. I really hope this helps.
You're retarded.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Whoa, normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 23 hundo and thirtish Schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin. And all you beaches,
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
get these stray hairs out of the way. Good morning, beaches. Good morning. It's Friday, September the 23. My God, we are almost through September. Good morning, Tyler, Vince, Elizabeth. How we doing? NV, Wax, Base Bunny, Gamer Girl, Frank, Kathleen, Batman. How we doing? Fam, what is going on? Ana Luisa, Brenda in the house, Megan, Dan, what is up, beaches? Tyler, John, Green, Trolley, Loretta. Let's fucking go, beaches. Let's go, fam. Turning out outstanding here for a morning Swolecast. We love our morning Swolecast. Okay, let's get into the show today. We have a couple announcements. Yesterday we had our amazing 27th overtime. Let's get a round of applause for the Swole fam. Amazing roundtable. Amazing. It was awesome. It's available now in Swole TV. So if you didn't catch it last night, yesterday, or whatever time 5 p.m. Eastern time is to you, yesterday we had a roundtable. It was awesome. Make sure you check that out inside Swole TV after the show. If you remember, make sure you go and check that out. And we will have another one in 2 weeks, whatever that date is. We have it every 2 weeks. So the roundtable 28 will be coming up in 2 weeks. Fantastic. It was awesome. Great talking to everyone. And I hope you got a lot of value from it. We went over a bunch of really good topics. We went over some mobility stuff and warm-up content. We talked about recovery and therapy. It was really good shit. So make sure you go and check it out. Okay. So that's available in Swole TV for members. Check it out. SwoleNormousX.com. Also, today is Friday. Today is FEF after all, which means immediately following this public live stream, we have our overtime segment exclusively for members. So you could join now. You still have time. If you're listening live now, go to SwoleNormousX.com, join, you log in. It'll give you all the information. You could join in on the Daily Swole Telegram chat, because that's where we'll stream the chat as well as the video, but also we'll stream the video inside Swole TV so you can learn more and go and log in. So at the end of the show, everyone will shift over into the Daily Swole Telegram chat because we'll be going into overtime. So it's going to be fucking awesome. And I see a lot of comments that it's cold. Everyone's like, oh, autumn is here. It's cold. It's chilly. It's brisk. I'm going to give it up. Let's get a round of applause for Florida. Fucking hot as balls today. Bright and sunny. Finally. We've had a lot of rain lately, which is fine. But today is 0 clouds. The weather just has big ball glowing, a glowing ball of fiery life today. So I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. So stay warm out there and make sure you stay consistent. We're coming up. We're about a week away. We're about a week away for Fuck Your Resolution season. So it starts October 1st. October 1st starts, it kicks off the Fuck Your Resolution season. You know what that means. That means everyone's going to start making excuses. We got Halloween coming up. We got Thanksgiving. You might like the holidays. It's fine. You can celebrate Thanksgiving. You should. You could celebrate Halloween. That's fine. But you don't need to stuff your face with garbage in order to do so. So these are all the holidays that revolve around humans or Americans stuffing their fat fucking faces. And when you're already fat and gross and you're already unhealthy, what better than another excuse to eat more garbage? Am I right? What about just another fucking excuse?
Man.
How dare you?
Why not? More excuses to eat shit. As if you're not eating shit every fucking day. So we're going to be going into Fuck Your Resolution season hard for a while. You all know that. So just be mindful. It's kicking off. It's kicking off in like a week. My God. All right. So where are you watching from? What's the temperature? Where are you? Drop that in the live chat. Where are you watching? And what's the temperature? Let's get a little round the horn and let's see a little hi to a tainty boy. We got a little tainty man. He's sleeping. We just went outside, play with a stick a little bit. He's doing well. Let's get into today's Swole car. Let's bust it open and get into that tip, fam. We got a great show. Let's not waste a moment more.
What's in the box?
Yeah. That's a nice FEF card. Brilliant. Brilliant. Let's get some more coffee. Hashtag FEF for a chance to win today's Swole card. That's hashtag FEF. And if you don't know what FEF is, you should. It's a day. It's our celebration. It's a day in which we delete, we unfollow, we unsubscribe, we block out all the noise. That is the standard. And that should be the standard. This is a reminder. That should be the standard every day. Should it not? Should it not? Should that not be the standard every day? Focusing on pillar number one. It's shocking how many people don't focus on this any day of the week. So we have to have that reminder. We're going into the weekend. For some of you, or for many of you, that's going to be a couple days of shifting schedules and everything kind of is off. Maybe you're not driving to work and going to the gym next to your workplace because you're not going to commute there on a Saturday if you're not going into the office or you're not going into work. Some of you are working all weekend. You have some days off during the week, but it's so often an excuse because the classic 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. But of course, you know, as society and our culture has progressed, it's no longer you're off on the weekends. A lot of people work on Saturdays now, and a lot of people work on Sundays. And there's really you don't have the same type of association with the weekend because a lot of people are working anyway. However, the majority of people, or a large swath of people, are usually off on Saturday and Sunday. So they use it as an excuse to punch out. They use it as an excuse to, go and drink and eat and, just trash their bodies for 2 days. And it's really 2.5, right? They start trashing their bodies halfway through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they come out of it in this like alcoholic fucking sugar crashing haze. And you think that, oh, it's just 2 days. That's 30% of your week, at least 30 to 40% of your week, because you're doing it from Friday through Sunday, and Monday is tarnished. Tuesday, by the time you're actually recovered from that, and most people never recover from the weekend because they're trashing their bodies every single day, eating garbage anyway, but from that peak of trashing themselves. And then they're going through, finally maybe recovering, coming out of it Wednesday or Thursday, and they smash themselves again on Friday. And we know most people are just eating garbage all the time. It's just worse on the weekends. So this is just another reminder that today and every day you should be feffing. You should be cutting out the bullshit. You should be blocking out the noise. You should be focusing on pillar number one, community. So just a reminder to do so. All right. Now that being said, let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. Oh, yeah. All right. So these posts are from all inside swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Links in the show notes down below. And you can still get some sweet savings on those unlimited memberships. Just use code GTTFG at checkout. Let me fix this rogue hair. Let me fix this rogue hair and get that shit out of the way.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. All right, we got to check in. We got our first post here from Jacob from the Swole fam. And he writes, accountability time has made its way back around already. It's true the days are long, but the years are long. Bloating has gone down this month, so that's a positive. With fall starting today, it's time to start thinking about summer. I have started my cut. Well, to be honest, for the past few months, I have upped my calories to reset my metabolic rate. And this week, I have brought that back down. It should be interesting to see what happens in the next few months. Picks are month to month. Thanks, fam. Good for you, bro. Good for you. I'd love to hear a little bit more about what you're eating and what you're doing and what other products you're using, right? All these other things like deodorants and hair products or shampoos. Make sure, again, that great book we have in the bookstore, Estro Generation. It's a great book that will help a lot of you get rid of all these estrogen binding products out of your life. We talk about phthalates and parabens and, all these things in sunscreens and hand soaps and dish soaps and detergents. And these things are definitely going to fuck up your body, male and female, not just reproduction, but thyroid, metabolism, water retention, fat storage. So these things are very important. And it's not just caloric intake. So I don't want to see you obsessing too much over, quote, resetting your metabolic rate. Honestly, that's nonsense. You just need to make sure that you are refining your lifestyle habits in your day to day. And if you're coming at this from zero, and let's say you're listening to this, oh my God, that's so overwhelming. You just have to start. You have to start small. You have to start with the 7 pillars, start with your nutrition, start with an elimination diet, start by focusing on your sleep. These are things that so many people don't do, and they try to go for a fat burner. They try to go for, level 9 or 10, which, I mean, it's not even really level 9 or 10. It's worthless and it should never be done. But they go for these quick fixes when there really is none. And the unromantic hard work of changing your habits and changing your lifestyle and managing your time better to get to sleep earlier. And then obviously you're going to sacrifice, quote unquote, depending on how you look at it, going out late, staying up late, watching movies all the time. You start shifting your mindset and your approach to a healthier day to day, and you're going to get more results than you ever dreamed. But it's just a lot, I don't want to say harder. It's just a lot, many more pieces to move, many more pieces to shift around, because everyone's schedule, remember, is around eating garbage food. It's around ease and comfort. It's lots of blue light and staying up late and everything that goes live, like a brand new show or something. Some event is usually all these events are starting at 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And, it's a snowball effect and it builds up over time. So keep an eye on that. All right, let's get into another Swole fan post. We will take some questions. We got a lot of calls today, so we'll see how many we can get through. We got another post here from Joanne. Swolga Foundation Day today, guys. After working so hard, it's a recovery day. A big part of my recovery is nutrition, so here is my breakfast. Farm eggs. Thank you, Tanaya Bellet. I'm assuming that's a person or a farm. Very nice. Grass-fed beef and bacon with baked sweet potato, avocado, and goat's milk feta cheese. Oh my God, so good. It looks good. Good for you. Very nice. Good choice. Kamal from our Swole Fam discussion boards. Hey, everyone. Name's Kamal. Seems like a lot of parents in here. And I'm also one. 2 kids and 55 pounds later. I need to get back in shape for me and the wife. Can't wait to get back in the gym. We cannot wait for you to get back in the gym either. Kamal, welcome to the Swole Fam. Super stoked to have you. Love it. Post here from Kristen, another noob. Hey, everyone. I'm new here. Navigating the site now and trying to determine where to begin. I'm not new to weight loss and nutrition, but I had thyroid surgery last year and used my recovery as an excuse to be lazy as fuck and stuff my face. So here I am ready to get started. Happy to be part of a community that I can rely on to push me. Any starting pointers with the program are greatly appreciated. Kristen, welcome to the fam. I know you would have joined earlier, but your thyroid. Come on now. I have to. But your thyroid. Okay, I'm glad everything is going well. Any starting pointers with the program are greatly appreciated. So I'm assuming you're going to start with the 90-day dash. That's the flagship program in Swolenormous X, and it's the best place to start for 95% of people. It's a beginner program. It's an intermediate. It's an advanced program. It really depends on how you approach it. And plus, a lot of people that have been training for 10, 15 years, and you can all drop some comments down below. A lot of you have been lifting for years before joining the Swole Fam. But then you go into primer week, you start doing a lot of mobility and stabilization training. And even though you're strong as hell, that opens up Pandora's box for all these muscle groups and areas that you never trained before. So it's very challenging even for people that have done a lot of training just because they've never done that style. So it's an all levels program, and I think you'll really enjoy it. So make sure you do the Get Started series. With all memberships, you get access to the Get Started series, depending on what your membership is. Make sure you go through that, Kristen. That's going to explain how to get started. That's why it's called the Get Started series. And also, make sure you're commenting in the Facebook group. Make sure you also join the Telegram chat, the Swole Fam Telegram chat, and be there for the accountability meetings every Monday, because that's also a new member Q&A. We go over new releases, Swole Fam posts, but for new members, 12 noon every single Monday. It's a private Q&A for members. So if you're new and you have questions about programs, that's a great time to join in and to ask questions. Of course, you could do it anytime when you join, but we have those live calls every single Monday. So you're welcome to join in then and ask questions. And of course, you can go to askpapaswolio.com and also leave an audio question. If you want it to be answered on the show, happy to do so as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And any starting pointers with the program is just start. Just get started. Don't be intimidated. Remember, primer week for the 90-day dash. You can do that for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Just need to get started. So don't worry about how you're doing. Don't put roadblocks in your way. So your question, any starting pointers, is to start. Seriously, start. Nothing's going to be perfect ever. You just need to get started. So just start. Start the program, do the primer week. You're going to love it. And if there's any questions along the way, lay them on us. We are happy to help. I think you're going to love the program. So many of us do. All right. Let's see. Last post here from Moose. Love that name. I got a Moose over here. All right. Moose says, I went to the local supplement shop a few days ago where I buy my bison steaks. And I was asking the guy about a grass-fed unflavored protein, and he, quote, claimed he used to be a trainer. I have my doubts. Well, everyone's a trainer. Everyone, their mother's a fucking trainer. Same thing with bartending. And that having simple sugars with a protein shake after a workout could make the protein more effective or get into your system faster. I immediately took it as bullshit because he actually suggested gummy bears. Is there any degree of truth to what he said, or are my suspicions correct and he's just a jabroni? There's no logic behind that. Sugar is not going to help your protein get into it any different. Most, especially certain proteins are going to have, if you're doing a concentrate, you're going to get some fat and some sugar in there. I mean, after a workout, if you want to have a protein shake and you're having a grass-fed whey shake or something like that, you can have some raw honey. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not going to negatively affect it, but if anything, it's not hitting the same kind of pathway. It's not like drawing the protein into your body anymore. It's just going to release some more insulin, but it's beneficial after a workout to get some honey in or something like that. That's a fine thing, or eat some fruit. I would recommend just trying and seeing what feels best for you and go from there. I would not be recommending gummy bears. And this is coming from someone who used to eat Sour Patch Kids as part of the food pyramid. All right. So I used to eat Sour Patch Kids on the regular. We all know that. Hey, I don't hide it. I've been there. That's why I know it's fucking bullshit. That's why I know exactly what it does to the body, because I used to eat that shit all the time. Gross. Not only is it fucking complete chemical garbage, not only is it just absolute trash when it comes to sugar, you are also getting estrogen binding when you're consuming those food colorings, especially the red food colorings. You're actually negatively affecting your endocrine system. All right. I think we're there. Let's get into some questions. All right, fam. Drop in the comments down below. Hashtag AskPapaSolio. We will take a live question. We'll take some calls, but we'll take a live question first. This one's from a gamer girl. Papa Solio, do you believe in insulin resistance? Absolutely. Most people are. If so, do you have any advice to reverse it? Yeah. Cut out the vegetable oils. Cut out the estrogen binding products in your environment. We're talking about phthalates, parabens, any of fragrances, all things with fragrances. Those are all phthalates. These are endocrine binding chemicals that will negatively affect your thyroid, your reproductive systems, all those things. So in terms of laundry detergents, we have the dryer sheets, shampoos, conditioners, hand soaps. Never use those. Never use hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is awful. The triclosan, it's awful. And conveniently, since the vid, everyone has hand sanitizer everywhere. That shit is garbage. So all these different birth control, all these different things are detrimental to your endocrine system. So I definitely believe in endocrine resistance, and you can absolutely cut out those vegetable oils and processed sugars, get rid of the grains and the gluten. Not only are they worthless for human consumption, but they're also packed with glyphosate and an AZT, and these essentially weed killers that are sprayed on these crops in order to, to allow them to grow. And of course, we get them into our systems, and it damages our bodies. So just some ideas, but you definitely want to. I would recommend doing an elimination diet, of course, and leaning more towards carnivore / animal-based meat, fruit, focus on proteins and fats. And that will help tremendously. Proper sleep, hydration, cutting out blue light at night, getting early morning and evening sun to reset your circadian rhythm. All those things are extremely beneficial. There's a lot there, but perfumes, everything with fragrances, even things like lavender oil are estrogenic just because it's concentrated. So certain plants, of course, when you concentrate them in an oil, it's going to be, there's certain chemicals in there that are going to cause estrogenic effects. And of course, things like soy and flax should be eradicated. if you're taking that kind of stuff seriously. Just my opinion, but there's plenty of evidence to back it up. Let's see, Gamer Girl, a follow-up. Do you have any advice for a diet for cats? Yeah, meat. My cat is getting too chunky. He doesn't eat meat. I don't know why. He is a rescue. I play with him, take him on walks through the garden. I mean, he's maybe not hungry enough. A cat will eat meat if it's hungry enough. Meat, fish, meat's better. Cats are carnivores. So that's my advice. Real food. Let's take a call, fam. We got one from Wes. Wes, go right ahead. You're on the Daily Swole with Papa Swolio and the fam.
Hey, Papa Swolio. How heavy is your steel mace that you're using daily for your shoulder mobility?
You might be referring to the club. I mean, how heavy is the one in the videos? It's usually 5 or 10 pounds. A couple times I've used the 15 pounder in the videos. But when I'm just swinging, doing videos, everyone's like, yeah, dude, you want to switch arms now and again. It's like, you idiot. I'm filming some videos. Of course I'm switching arms, but it's not always. And plus, my lapel mic is on the left side. So if I'm using the left arm, it's going to be a lot more motion. So it's for a video, bro. Of course I do both arms, chodes. So those are the things that I use in, those are the weights that I use in the videos. But of course, if you're talking about a mace is the longer ones. The Gata, those are longer. The clubs are the shorter ones. Of course, I have some clubs that look like maces. They're just longer. There's huge clubs. So it really depends. Oop, did I just closed that window. Dun, 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 dun. Where's the sound? There we go. So you should start off with, if you're a dude that lifts and you have like decent strength, no more than 5 pounds. And you might want to get a 5 pound pair or 5 pound and 10 pound. That way you can move up. And if you're doing a mace as a man, 10 or 15 pounds, I really do think it's more important to start lighter because you have more room for error. You're going to be learning. There's a lot of torque. You're hitting a lot of ligaments and tendons that just don't get a lot of pressure like that. And you don't want to be fucking around with like a mace that's too heavy. I remember when I first got my mace, the first mace I got on OfferUp, and I was like, oh, I wanted to get into mace training. I just happened to do a search and some guy was selling a 20-pound mace. Huge mistake. And I've been lifting for my entire life. At this point, it was like 19, 20 years of lifting. And I picked up the mace. It was just, I didn't even know what to do with it. It was just so fucking heavy. So then I went online, like, I can't start with this. So I got a 10, 15 pounder. And like within a week, I'm up to the 20. It's just, once you learn the technique, it's like kettlebells. Like, oh, that's a technique. And then boom, 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 boom. Once you have that neuromuscular coordination, then the weight just goes up a lot. Second gen master. Papa Swolio, is there a difference between using ghee butter to cook with or ghee butter cooking spray with grapeseed and avocado oil in it? Oh, do not use grapeseed oil. Do not use grapeseed oil. And a lot of avocado oil is rancid. I avoid both of those things. Ghee butter. Use ghee. Just use the ghee. Well, I would recommend beef tallow, honestly, but ghee is fine. Ghee is fine. Beef tallow is one of the best things to cook in, but I do understand the flavor, certain things you might be making. But if you're making eggs or steak or anything like that, beef tallow, 1,000%. Ghee is good. Ghee is an option too. Good question. Good question. Brenda, for a club weight, what should I start with being 95 pounds? Well, I mean, you could be strong for 95 pounds. I would recommend, because there's different types of clubs. You can get 2 pounds. They do make 3 pound clubs and they do make 4 pound clubs. So I would recommend starting lighter. I would honestly recommend getting 2 different types, either getting 2 and 4 or 3 and 5, or getting 2 and then a 5. You don't have to get a pair necessarily. A lot of like the 2 pound ones that are kind of made of plastic will come in a pair just because they do. But I would recommend getting one that's really light and then getting ones that are a little bit heavier. Because you're going to move up quicker than you think because you lift a lot, but you definitely want to build that skill and, you definitely want to get used to it doing high reps for the lighter ones. So it's hard to say. It's like, okay, this weight is going to be good for you. I would say probably 2 to 3 pounds. Mama Swolio usually uses a 4 pound and she kind of plays around with the 5. If it's too light, it's going to feel kind of weird, but trust me, the ligaments, the joints, the movement, you want to build that mastery first before you start going heavier. So lighter is always better. And then you're just building up a set on your own. John, I'm shopping for clubs, always looking for ways to improve shoulder function. What's a good solid starting weight with these things? For you, dude, 5 pounds. I would get a 5 pound and then a 10 pound. You'll move up to the 10 pound pretty quickly, but you can spend a lot of time on the 5. So 5 is great. I use 5 a lot too. I use 5s a lot too. Now when I kind of jump into the clubs, because I have these wood ones that are about 5.5 pounds, and it's different. When you start using wood clubs, they're a lot more expensive. And you have to take care of them. You have to like oil them, now and again. But the size is different too. So these clubs are 5.5 pounds, but they're bigger. So it's different than the shorter clubs. So of course, if you use more, you have a larger piece, even if it's the same weight, there's more torque because it's further away from where your hand is. So even if it's the same weight, the shape, the grip size, it's all going to play a factor. Let's see here. Tyler, what the fuck is that big caveman looking object you're holding? That thing is massive. Curious. It's a club. It's a gata. I mean, it's the same. It's just a huge mace, a huge gata. It's 45 pounds. It's fucking ridiculous. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's super big. I agree with Nicole talking about Gamer Girl's cat. Get chicken liver for your cat. That'll help and move to the meat side. Yeah, get some organ meats and stuff. Yeah, start slow. Cats are meant to be carnivores. Don't do the whole vegan cat thing. Didn't Joe Rogan have a whole bit on vegan cat? People are evil to their animals. Clayton Viter, Papa Swole, I got a 5 pound club a couple days ago. I've been using it and love it. Will it help with my shoulder impingement? It might, depending on what the issue is. I would recommend adding in dead hangs as well and other posterior rotator cuff, cobras, prone presses, YTAs. These are all things that are very beneficial. Scapular depressions that are great to activate your rhomboids, your middle and lower traps. These are things that are great to open up your shoulder capsule. Shoulder impingement often, really occurs with the supraspinatus muscle. So what you need to do is pull the scapula down. So proper posture, making sure you're retracting, you're depressing your scapula. That's important. But dead hangs can really open up the shoulder joint because you use gravity to pull. Yeah. So that's good stuff too. It can definitely help. It's not like, hey, I have like impingement. This is going to make it go away. If you combine it with other things. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's a really good. Thank you, Nick, for sharing. Nick says, definitely 5 pounds. I jumped to the 10 pound too quickly and I overstressed my hand tendons. I'm telling you, put your ego aside when it comes to clubs or you're going to fucking hurt yourself. I say this all the time. I hurt my elbow going too heavy and too often with the mace because you're strong enough. The shoulder awareness class is great too. In the shoulder awareness program, in the master classes in X are great too, Matt. Thank you. I went too heavy with the maces. I was going really heavy with one arm and I just got over aggressive. I wouldn't even do that now, but I went up to like 30 pounds to do single arm. I was doing single arm with 30 pounds, like yank. And I kind of heard like a crack or like a crunch. Yeah. And like my elbow was jacked up for months. I had to like work around it and really ease it back in just because I did too much too frequently. Like these connective tissue gets very poor blood flow. Tendons and ligaments get poor blood flow. Muscle tissue gets better blood flow. It repairs faster, but tendons and ligaments takes a long time. If you have major injuries with a ligament, you might have to get it reattached and re-drilled into the bone. Ligaments hold bone to bone and tendons hold attached muscle to bone. So they get poor blood flow, which means they adapt slower. So they need lower amounts of stress. And anytime you're going through a full range of motion, like you're doing Jefferson curls, you're doing full range of motion exercise, start very, very light. Take your joints through a full range of motion, but make sure you go light for mobility stuff. And this is mobility. It's higher repetition. I'm not grabbing a club and like, ugh, and doing like 3 reps. I'm not maxing out. That big, massive club, like my forearm, I strained a muscle in my forearm doing it because it's so fucking heavy and the grip is so thick. So it's 45 pounds, but it's also hard to grip. The bottom part is more manageable, and the right above it, it's ridiculous. So you got to be careful. And it takes a long time to build up. So don't just start light. I love doing mace and club stuff almost every day, but my daily, like a daily driver. So if you have a Lamborghini, you're not necessarily driving it every day, or you might drive it on the weekends, or you have a motorcycle, you take it on the weekends. The ones that you drive something that gets better gas mileage, something you don't care about. Someone hits it with a shopping cart, you don't give a fuck. So my daily driver is I'll grab the wood 5-pound clubs or maces and I swing those, or I'll grab that long wooden gata that I have. That's like 8 pounds. It's long, so it gets good torque, but it's very light. It's like a wiffle ball bat, but it swings nicely. And even if I'm super sore, whatever, like it's just very, very light and it's great to flush blood to it. So I'll do that every day. I'll do those types of things every day. Like it's called a flow mace because you could do it with a flow and spin it and rotate. You can't really do that with the heavy ones unless you're super strong and super skilled. So I'll just do very light, higher repetitions on a regular because it builds that foundation, but I don't go heavy. And then if I feel really good, maybe I'll take it a little bit heavier, but I don't go super heavy all the time. And you have to warm up for that kind of thing, like any kind of workout. You don't just go out there and pick up like a 30-pound mace. You're going to yank something. You got to warm up. Jessica Brooks, I have calcium buildup in my shoulder from an injury as a kid. Super painful, but I work through it. My goal is to do pull-ups and handstand. I'll be seeing the ortho soon. I'll ask about club work advice. Clubs are great. Maces are great. Do you do dead hangs? Dead hangs are fantastic. Of course, all mobility stuff for upper body. Yoga is fantastic. Strength training with cables and bands. Clubs are great. Clubs and maces can definitely help tremendously as long as you're cleared for it and it's not going to cause any problems. But dead hangs are great. And dead hangs are just when you go from a bar, you let your feet dangle and you just hang. And you hang start with like 10 seconds and do a couple sets of 10 seconds, go up to 30 seconds, and then eventually you can hang longer and longer. And it's really great because we're always having gravity compress our bodies. So when you hang, you actually allow your shoulders, your spine to decompress and realign. And it's really great for realigning the shoulder joint, the shoulder girdle, and getting the scapula to upwardly rotate. Because a lot of people are just like internally rotating. So to hang and just to allow your body to decompress is fantastic. Trace, what's your ratio of traditional strength training to mobility focused training? I don't know. I mean, ratio, at least 50-50. We were talking about this last night on the round table. I do a lot less. I don't look forward to traditional bodybuilding type training the way that I used to. So most of my training, I would say maybe even 60-40 or 70-30. I still do it. Like yesterday I did flat bench with my curved bar and stuff, like to hit chest, but I also did, I'm doing chest dips, full range of motion, full stretch. That I count that as mobility. I really focus honestly on mobility for most exercises. So in terms of what I do, I'm always focusing on full range of motion for the most part, even when I'm doing strength training. So I'll be doing like Jefferson curls or even doing like anterior tibialis work, or it's all mobility. So really the way I think about my training is kind of like how the programs are focused on recovery. So you have that foundation of recovery. That's the backbone. So really with all my training, I focus on from a mobility standpoint, but I'll still do strength through that mobility. And some exercise will just be more focused on mobility, like that full range of motion than others. So I do a lot more mace and club and kettlebell and stuff, rather than just sitting there doing like deadlifts. And instead of deadlifts, I'd rather do heavy kettlebell swings. For example, I would prefer to do that. Deadlifts are great. There's nothing wrong with deadlifts. It's just, there's some exercises that tend to be, people miss a lot of things. People miss a lot of things. They miss exercise that will help them with those classic strength movements. And if you focus on mobility, your strength will improve through all those classic lifts. So in terms of a ratio, I couldn't really tell you exactly what the ratio is, but if considering club and mace, like I'm excited right now after this, before I have my meeting, after we do the overtime, I'm going to go out there and swing some clubs and some mace for a little bit. I just enjoy it more. I enjoy doing that stuff more. And yeah, it might compromise in terms of muscle mass but I'm not trying to get bigger really. Like it's kind of, I don't want to look like a cartoon character anymore. I used to. I like to be big, but I don't want to be big and tight. I don't really also want to hold, like right around now, for a while, I've been eating to my heart's content. I've been training and I found this place where I'm kind of at a good weight and body mass. I just don't want to get bigger. I just don't want to hold more extra weight. It's really uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable to hold too much extra muscle mass. It's just not necessarily good long term. All right. So someone said, is YouTube volume way lower? That's weird. Yeah, it's not on my end. Everything's the same. Everything's 100,000% the same on my end. It's actually hitting the yellow. So yeah, turn up your volume. All right. Let's see. Good question. Matthew, can you overwork mobility? Oh yeah, sure. Mobility is through a full range of motion. So like I said, tendons and ligaments get poor blood flow. So you can definitely overdo it. Yeah, you need recovery. LHW, Papa Swolio. After having 2 kids, my hips start to hurt a lot at the hinge. My kids are 3 and 1, if that means anything. Should I focus on hip hinge movement or is yoga better? Love from Denmark. Thank you. You should always focus on hip hinge movement. Yoga is better. Yoga is fantastic. They're all tools, so it depends on how you use them. My hip starts to hurt at the hinge. I don't honestly know what that means. Like where? There are a lot of muscles that cross the hip joint. So I would recommend, I mean, it does mean something. Unfortunately, a lot of people have kids like really close together. It takes about 2 years or 3 years. So your body actually heals because it really drains the body of vital minerals and nutrients when you have a child. So usually you need about at least like 2 years between children. So a lot of women that are having kids, back to back, like it's extremely taxing and detrimental to the body to have, really close succession. So for one thing, you might have some, I guess, hip distortions just because of childbirth. So you might be still recovering from that. I mean, I'm not an expert in it, but those are things that could be individual. Also, I would be practicing hip mobility exercise. So inside Swolenormous X, we have ankle mobility, knee mobility, and hip mobility. And a lot of muscles cross the hip and the knee joints, so it's related. So things like Jefferson curls, things like sissy squats are fantastic. Making sure you are lengthening and strengthening your hip flexors, doing leg curls, and of course, a hip flexor activation, which you can do with a cable machine. You could also do with a monkey foot or tying a dumbbell or a kettlebell or ankle weights to your ankles, for example. These are great things to do, like standing leg lifts in order to, you want strong muscles around the joint. Of course, it might be your adductors as well. So hurting at the hinge, I don't know where that means. You mean underneath, inside, your inner thigh? The hinge. Defining that hinge. Let's take I think we did Wes's already. Let's do another call. I think we did Wes, right? This one is from Whites.
Dear Papa Swolio, what's the best way to cut fat with cardio without losing too much muscle mass? To be more precise, what is the best time to do cardio in between meals? Because I like to eat at least some form of pre-workout meal before hitting the gym. But I was wondering if I want to focus solely on a cardio day in the gym. Should I eat a pre-workout meal or should I go on an empty stomach? Because I've heard different opinions on this and I was wondering, what's your take?
All right. Cool. Thanks for the call. I don't do a ton of cardio like that. I think you're worrying way too much. Oop.
Dear Papa Swolio.
Worrying way too much about the cardio. Way too much about the cardio. The eating is really irrelevant. I mean, I wouldn't want to do any kind of like activity on a full stomach. You definitely don't have to. You're trying to lose weight. The best way to do cardio is to be lifting more weights and to focus more on your nutrition. So before any advice on that, I would want to know about like what you're eating. People spend way too much time worrying about cardio, and it's really not the most effective way to lose fat. It's not the most effective way to lose fat. It's lifting weights, it's proper nutrition, it's proper sleep, it's eliminating environmental toxins and estrogen disruptors or endocrine disruptors that, bind to estrogen receptors. Like we always talk about the environmental toxins and soaps and shampoos and all these different types of things. So I don't know where you live or what you're exposed to. Sleep is more important than this. There's so many things that are more important than for example, the cardio. That's the least interesting thing. But in terms of eating, I mean, it would be whatever feels best for you. But eating before you do cardio, it's like, but I just hate the idea. Like, let me go do cardio. It's like you should be lifting weights. Do it more intensely. Like I just going to do cardio just seems like a waste of time. Like you can do In other words, you can get cardiovascular benefits by doing a lot of different things. You could do sprinting, you can do kettlebell work, you can do mace, you can do club. There's a lot of ways to do cardio that you're going to get more benefits from than just like, you can go for a walk. Like there's different ways to do cardio. So I don't like just saying cardio because a lot of people just, treat that as like walking on a treadmill or just running. And it's like most people are running improperly. So there's a lot of different layers there. Isabel, are people considered environmental toxins? No, no, we're not, we don't have mental issues here. We understand what, we're not brainwashed in this place. You know that. No, humans are not considered. This is not what I'm talking about. Good one, though. No, humans are not a plague. We don't need to eradicate humans. We need to educate the stupid ones. That way we can actually move forward as a civilization. Am I right? Yeah, people are way too invested in cardio still. All right, let's do another question. This one's from Alan. Alan, you are on the Daily Swole. Go flat.
Should I get one of those Genopalette genetic test things or whatever to figure out what diet I need to have? Because all I eat right now is like eggs and chicken and vegetables and things like that. I don't really eat rice. And
where's the steak?
I don't know. Is the max? What is the workout that you need to do? Like 8 to 12 reps on everything, right? And then cardio if you also want to stay lean and fat. Could you like give more specific research backed stuff on your Instagram channel?
Did anyone catch like the 19 questions? Okay. No, you don't need to do a genetic test to figure out what to eat. Elimination diet will do that for you. Absolutely do not need to do a genetic test. Chicken and vegetable, like, dude, are you eating red meat? Are you getting organ meats in? Like, that's really important. So it sounds like you have a lot to do when it comes to your nutrition. And yeah, plug into the show, plug into the Daily Swole podcast. A lot of these are submitted also through Instagram stories. So a lot of times people don't have context with the podcast. They're just submitting a question, period. So it's important to understand that a lot of these people do not watch the podcast yet. So I want to make sure that you all know that too. So these are not people that watch the show all the time because we do post the link in the Instagram stories. So they might just be like, come across the Instagram page. That's why some of these questions seem like that's not Daily Swole. But these are a lot of people asking, intro questions because they come across the channel and they're like, oh shit, let me submit an audio question. So yeah, it's not the blood type stuff. It's not the genetic stuff. You can test this stuff yourself, but it sounds like you're not getting enough fat or protein or micronutrients. So check that out. All right. Good question. We really should be moving on, but we'll take one more. Let's take one more from Malia, you're on the Daily Swole. Last one. And then we'll get into a couple balls deep and then we're going into overtime.
Go to the fucking gym.
Yeah, all right. Good one to end on. I thought that was going to be like I thought I was going to have to pay $2.99 a minute for that call for a second. Go to the fucking gym. Yeah. I thought I was like, why is there panting? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's move right on to balls deep, fam. Great questions. Jesus Christ. That escalated quickly.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Go to the fucking gym. Oh, I'm coming to the gym. I'm coming. That was funny. I like it. I love the troll questions. Great. I love the calls. Remember, go to askpapasolio.com to submit a question for the show. Also, you can check the links in the show notes, but askpapasolio.com. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for all the questions. I think it's a lot of fun. And it's great for all of you, those of you that maybe can't catch the show and you can't ask live. You can submit a question, then listen to the next couple episodes, and we'll get to all of them. We'll get to all the audio calls. So unless you submit one that's just absolutely fucking, if you say something that's not cool, then we're not going to share it. But anyway. All right. Is anyone else like kind of chubbed from that?
Because
It was nice. She's probably like 12. Awkward. Got a little awkward here. So old grandpa's getting excited.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Oh my God. All right. Reminder, in just a few moments, we'll be going into overtime. We'll take a couple balls deep posts and we'll give away the Swole card. And then we got overtime going down right after the show. You could join SwoleNormousX.com. You still have some time. You could join and then get in. We're on your homepage. You'll see the Daily Swole Telegram chat in that list of Telegram chats. You still have a little bit of time. You could still get in there and join in before the overtime segment. So check it out, SwoleNormousX.com. Overtime is going to be lit. My God, my nips are, I know, right? Michelle, nips are hard, can't lie. We can't lie. Saran, when she was probably working out in bed. Nips are solid. Nips are solid. Like, it's pretty good. Let's get a little tainty reprieve before we move into some balls deep posts. And reminder, hashtag FEF for a chance to win today's Swole card. These early Swoles are really, people get frisky in the morning, do they not? People are really frisky. Yeah, remember, was it Wednesday we had an early show and it was like Loveline? Everyone was like, it was hot. It was hot. I liked it. All right, let's get into some balls deep. We got a few videos. There's no way we're getting to all of them. Let me see what we got here. Oh, we got some juice for overtime. Fire. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. What we got here? Make sure these are all new. We don't have any hiccups. I'm going to start you all off with one. This one's really short. So we'll do this one first and then we'll do this one first. Why don't you all drop in the comments, pick a number 1 through 4, and we'll get this one started. It's like 9 seconds. We'll just get this one out of the way. This is called Fat Privilege. And it says here on the text, it says fat privilege is being able to get out of jury duty.
Matt Damon.
Okay. She zoomed in on a picture. It says, if you're over the age 65, diabetes, obesity. Yeah, fat privilege is being able to get out of jury duty. Okay. If you have a serious medical condition like obesity, diabetes, asthma, these fucking things that can be... Stop being such a chode.
Matt Damon. Fuck yourself.
Oh, I could be so fat on the off chance that I'm requested for jury duty. Yeah. How long or how many times, like what's the normal spacing of jury duty? I got a letter once for jury duty. I ignored it. And then I went because I got another letter, I think. And then I sat there and I never got selected. I just sat in a room and we watched like, I forget what movie was on. They put some movie on. It was weird. It was like being in elementary school again. It was fucking weird. All right. All right, we'll move that one. Ooh, I like that. Nancy picks number 3, and she says septum piercing, non-binary, and teacher. Here we go. Number 3. This called.
What's in the box?
This is called This Song Isn't For You. Oh, I'll be the judge of that.
So I found out about this shenanigans.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No. That was a scam. Scam.
But I want to deliver one of these right in
Scam.
your hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
Oh man, we got fat rolled, fam. It's not Rick rolled. We got woke rolled. Oh, I thought it was something else. It's a stitch with Tardy McTarterson over here. Ah, God. I thought it was bad with makeup on. All right. Whew. Wababoomba. All right, here we go. Let's fuck. Jesus Christ. Here we go.
I found out about this shenanigans on Twitter when Fat Fab Feminist tweeted about it.
What'd you say? Fat Fab Feminist?
Fat Fab Feminist tweeted about it. Skinny people using this song specifically about growing up as a fat person to talk about their teeth and how they're too skinny, and it's such a great analogy for where mainstream body positivity is now compared to what it was intended for. It was created to liberate the most marginalized of bodies.
Stop whining.
Black, brown, disabled, fat, super fat bodies, and
black, brown, disabled, super fat bodies. What was that part about? Like why they're all
black, brown, disabled, fat, super fat bodies.
Super fat and super fat.
Now it's been watered down to being about self-love and body image.
You see, this is what happens. Marxists get really upset when someone takes the oppression crown. When someone acts more marginalized than them, it's like, no, people hate me more. I have more struggles, not you. You're just fat. I'm fat. I'm disabled. I'm black and I'm trans. That's something to hang your hat on. Congratulations. The pathetic Olympics. It's like at the starting line, instead of going forward, like the gun goes off, they all like fucking run backwards.
This song isn't for you. This song isn't for you.
Songs for anyone. Anyone can listen to any song. There's no such thing as cultural appropriation. You wear what you want, you say what you want. If someone else doesn't like it, that's their freedom. You have the freedom to not like things. You have the ability to dislike something. You are free to be offended. I am also free to not give a fuck.
Yes, I'm gatekeeping. Yes, I'm gatekeeping this. This is specifically about growing up fat and being.
She doesn't have to do anything to gatekeep. Just stand there. Just stand in the middle of the gate. Can't see the gate. What are you keeping? Where are you keeping that gate?
Fat. I just really wish thin people would stop commandeering these things and these movements.
Commandeering?
Inserting yourself, taking up too much space.
Oh, commandeering. Commandeering. She's first in line for the new Little Mermaid movie. Okay, very nice.
You look forward to me.
Very nice. Ladies, if you have a septum piercing, take that shit the fuck out. Please. Please. Oh my God. She needs the Keymaster. I need that sound from Ghostbusters. The Keymaster. Are you the Keymaster? She's panting like a dog and sleeping 6 feet above the bed. All right, Ghostbusters reference. All right, that was atrocious, and that was a sneaky one. I didn't think that was a surprise. That was a shock. I do not like her popping up like that. I know it's almost Halloween, but that was not required. Jesus Christ. They have a cave troll. Wow, she's racist too. Of course they are. Of course they are, especially if it fits their oppression narrative. Everyone's racist. Didn't you know that? Didn't you know that? Why is chicken breast always white? I was fat-fished. I was fat-fished. God damn it. I was fat-fished. Damn it.
How dare you?
That sucks. Totally fat-fished. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3.
Dodson! Dodson! We've got Dodson here! What's in the box?
Pick a number. 1, 2, o 3. Oh, that was not bad. All right, I'll take it.
I give it a 10! A 10! A fucking 10!
Thank you so much. A little Rufus reprieve, very nice. Aww. Excellent. Wash that stank out of our eye holes. Excellent. Excellent. If I fight for you, do I get to kill Englishmen? Excellent. Need to get some Braveheart sounds. Stephen is my name, and I'm the most wanted man on my island. But I'm not on my island, of course. More's the pity. Let's get that fucking soundboard. All right, off the rails here. Let's see, Wax. Number 3, cringing. Cringing about BMI and dyed hair. Wax in the house, everyone. Let's get a golf clap for Wax. Stephen is my name. All right, here we go. This person is saying, this is the title of this video is, you can't feel fat. You can feel however you want, and you can describe it however you want. Stop gatekeeping the word fat. Just because you're miserable doesn't mean you have to make everyone else. She's responding, or it's responding. I don't want to assume you're... I don't want to assume your delusion. Responding to a TikTok comment, it says, you can feel fat, parentheses, ever heard of body dysmorphia? I thought for years I'm fat even when I wasn't. So I guess these people don't understand what language is, that you can use words as descriptors and slang and okay.
Let me explain this once and for all.
What the fuck was that? Did you guys see that? Did you see that? Hold on a second.
You switch the samples.
This is a scene from Splice. Jesus Christ. Adrian Brody's like, no, put it back. All right. Did you see that? What crosses? Oh my God. Look at those fucking nails. Hold on a second. I gotta get that for. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that?
My precious. Oh my God. Holy shit. Woo-wee. She's got like, you know those wooden things you get at Starbucks, to stir your coffee if you're mixing something in? That's what it looks like. She just glued those to her fingertips. This is going to be brutal. I'm not looking forward to it. Here we go.
Let me explain this once and for all. Fat isn't a feeling, and you can literally research it. You can literally just Google it, and you will find the answer.
What is it?
I think it's fatphobic to say that you feel fat when you aren't. Because when you aren't fat, you cannot feel fat because you're not.
You could feel however you want. You could feel however you want. That's usually meaning bloating and stuff like that. Yes, you could feel fat. You could feel fat and bloated. Fine. You feel that way. You feel fat. Feeling fat is better than being fat. If you are fat, you're going to feel fat too. But shut the fuck up. Go fuck yourself.
Go
fucking
fuck yourself.
Fucking shit, fuck.
Yes, I have heard of body dysmorphia. I have lived with it almost all of my life. Back
I don't blame
when
you.
I used to look like this, I thought I was fat. Once I gained weight during quarantine.
Of course.
Once I accepted the fact that I'm fat.
Ah, you accepted the fact. Ah, yes. Once I accepted the fact that it's easier to not do anything for my health and just change my hashtags and be a body positive jabroni or jabbernet, whatever you are. Yeah, it's easier now. Once I realized I could just make money, or I can get following, or I can get pathetic victim attention for not doing anything. Oh, shit. DoorDash, motherfuckers. Let's go. Let's go.
My dysmorphia almost.
Today, Junior.
Just gone. Almost every eating disorder is heavily rooted in fat phobia.
Your eyes are afraid of each other.
When you have body dysmorphia, you look at yourself in the wrong way.
Come on.
But that doesn't mean that you're fat.
Oh.
It's so sad to see how many of you suffer from internalized fat phobia. If you're struggling from body dysmorphia, please get help.
Agreed.
From a medical professional.
Agreed.
Just because it's my opinion that you shouldn't use the sound when you're not fat, or for any else problem you're going through, isn't nothing away from you. It's just my opinion.
Okay.
You guys don't know how many times I've heard.
Well, let's pause it right there. I mean, I'm going to give credit when credit's due. That's your opinion. You made it clear. Get medical. Hey, that's actually new. That actually stood out to me. Right? That actually stood out. Finally, I mean, a minute and a half into the rant of lunacy. All right. Hey, look, that's good. You made it clear that's your opinion. Cool. Finally, we have someone that's actually like, hey, this is just what's inside my head. It's probably completely fucking wrong, but hey.
My friends say that they look fat in front of me. And
my
I'm
feelings.
just standing there like, well, if you're fat, then what am I?
Oh, fatter.
Turn off the comments from every one of these videos except this one. You can come talk to me once you guys are educated, researched it, and all. So, bye.
You don't have to research to understand like common sense. Oh, I'm sure you turn off all the comments because you can't. Don't post videos. Fam, if you have to turn off comments, don't post videos. Don't post videos. Don't post
I am
videos.
very willing to let the American public judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
Okie dokie. Okay, here we go. Let's go. All right, we're there. We can do one more because we're on a roll. We'll do one more, and then, fam, we're about to get into overtime. So make sure you start thinking about heading over to the Daily Swole Telegram chat for members. You could join. You still got a couple minutes. You just got to get your hustle on over at swolenormousx.com. All memberships get access to the private live stream. So right after this stream, we're going right into overtime. We got some new edits. And of course, we have some throwback videos to watch and have some fun with. All right, let's get back into it. One more video. One more. Uno más. Another one.
Then there's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this real? Oh, Jesus Christ. Let's watch this one because this is brutal. This one is titled Part of a Doctor's Training in a Children's Hospital. So this is a video. I guess it's like someone leaked it. I guess it's a video from like a doctor that's being trained to work in a children's hospital. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to be bad. Here we go. Last one.
So this is really good for us to know. So tell me, does your mom know about this?
Well, my mom's really unhappy about this, and she doesn't know about my friends calling me Amanda.
Oh, God.
So you're telling me this today, and I'm wondering if you want some help from us to help your mom understand what's going on with you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I need help. My mom won't listen to me or my therapist, and it's just all getting worse.
What do you mean by it's getting all worse?
I don't want to look like a guy, and I don't want to get big.
You're not a therapist?
And since my mom won't help me get hormones, I don't like to eat so that I'll stay skinny and more female.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
No.
So you're not eating because you want to look feminine and feel more feminine?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
It's not stupid, but I would say that it's getting a little bit dangerous. Today you fainted, which is letting your heart know that it's not getting the nutrition it needs to keep up. So I'm really glad you're telling me this, because I think that we can really start to help you. What made you feel safe enough that you could tell us this today, Amanda?
Well, you asked about my name and my pronouns, and people who know about this stuff know to ask that.
I'm so glad that I asked, and I'm really glad that you shared this with me today. So here's the plan. I'm going to go and talk to the team and let them know this information.
Holy Christ.
You're going to see us talking, and we're going to be talking about you, and we're going to come up with a plan to help your mom get on board.
We're going to come up with a plan to gaslight your mom and to manipulate her into going along with this kind of lunacy. Holy shit. This is a training video for a children's hospital. I don't know where it's from. This is in my folder, so I believe it. I'm just, you'd be skeptical, but this apparently is from a training video. Obviously, this is a video that people made. No, it's definitely staged. Like, this is not an actual, this is, just so you know, it says here in my folder, it says part of a doctor's training video at a children's hospital. So this is definitely staged. This is not like a real video. It's not like a real event. This is like training doctors, like, hey, this is how you handle a situation when when a man wants to be called Amanda. Get it? A man? Duh. Didn't get it? Get it?
When parents aren't on board, sometimes we have to take baby steps. So since your mom doesn't know that we call you Amanda, she might use your other name. Is that okay if we use that name when we're talking to her?
Yeah, I think my mom's really unhappy about this, so you can just use Jacob with her.
You don't say.
Thanks for your permission. Okay, I'll do everything I can help.
All right.
I got hairy legs.
Okay, we're going into overtime. It's Swole card time. Let's first. What are you going to say about that? All right, hashtag Theft. Let's give the Swole card away right now, Falcon. Let's kick this shit off, and then we're going into OT. That's indoctrination. Get it? Doctor? Indoctrinate. Yeah. I'm a man. Duh. Scroll. Scrolly McScroller, son. 0. One more time, Falcon. One more time. Uno tiempo más. Oh, God, that's so good. Jesus, that's so good. Faf. We got a winner, Michelle G. Congratulations! All right. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2331 in the subject. Your mailing address in the body of the email, and we'll send you this Swole card. Congratulations. And fam, we have our overtime segment going on in just a couple moments. Let's close this nut down. Head on over to the Daily Swole Telegram chat and, of course, Swole TV in order to catch today's overtime segment going down right fucking now, you sluts. You goddamn sluts. Don't be a salute. We'll take some soundboard requests, but we are going into overtime in just a moment. OT, baby. OT.
I don't know how to put this,
OT, baby.
but I'm kind of a big deal.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
We'll take some soundboard requests. Rusty Spoons. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and fam, you're not going to get YouTube notifications. Make sure you join the Swole fam today to get priority notifications via Swole Text, Telegram, and Discord. SwoleNormousX.com. SwoleNormousX.com. Solo. En el Swole fam. We got Swole Slut Saturday tomorrow. Fuck your own face.
First,
a fan favorite.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
Make sure the make sure you have the record player on at night.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Emotional damage!
Time to man.
Crucifixion is good. Out of the door, line on the left, one cross each.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
Nailed it.
Boom shakalaka!
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
And by the way, I sit on the stand, and to get hot, I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
You switch the samples.
Spicy. Very nice, fam. Excellent. Thank you. Far too kind. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Let's fucking go. Holy shit. Okay. Fam, thank you for being here. Make sure that you are heading on into, my God, it's time for fucking OT. It's time for overtime. Let's fucking go. Bitches. Finish him. All right, so head on into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. We are gonna swap this out. Let's get that fucking overtime sidebar. Bam! It's time to go down. It's time to go down. It's going down. Everyone's tuning in. All right, the Daily Swole Telegram chat, you can stream the video. Just hit that join button at the top, and you can also chat there. You can chat in the Daily Swole Telegram chat, and you could also watch in Swole TV if you want to put that on your TV or whatever. But head on over there now. We have some bonus content we're going to do right now. Of course, if you are a member and you can't stick around, for shame. But we are going to have a great time regardless, even if you're not there. But you can watch later inside Swole TV. Another reason, join the fam today, swolenormousx.com, and also remember to check out yesterday's roundtable, which was fire. That's available now inside Swole TV, so check that out. We'll have another one in 2 weeks, but you can catch up on all that shit. Fam-wise, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow over there, right here, I guess. Swole Slut Saturday, so we'll see you tomorrow for 23:32. But right now, overtime, I'll see you over there, Beaches. Right fucking now. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Ya boy, Papa Swolio. Oh. Out.
I just wanna win on the low, like